Well, hey there guys, now my name's Tom and I've recently gone down the track of flipping my classroom. Now I'm no expert in this because I've only been doing it for a year or so, but I have had a number of people come and ask me questions about how to go about doing this. And mainly these questions relate to, is it going to require lots more work? And the answer is no. So this whole channel is basically dedicated to showing you just how easy it can be to flip your classroom. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so in today's session we're going to have a look at the application iMovie. Now iMovie is a fantastic application that's on the iPads that you can use to flip your classroom because it's very simple and easy to use. Now in order to be able to do this you're going to need to have three things. That is an iPad, an iPad stand, so I've got one that looks like this. This is a gooseneck one. That is because I can bend it like so and I can maneuver it to put it in any position I like. Now your iPad goes here and this end here will connect to a table or a bench. Now this is perfect for a classroom, but you might also want to have a stand that's like a tripod stand if you're outdoors or something like that. And you're also going to need to have the application iMovie. Alright guys, so let's have a look at how to use this application in a little bit more detail. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so as you can see I've got my gooseneck stand here attached to the chair. Now this means I can pretty much maneuver it around and get the camera into the exact position that I like. Also, the advantage of having a stand rather than have someone hold it is it means that it's going to remove all of the shaky hand filming that you can get when you have someone holding it. This way the camera stays nice and still and it gets a perfect shot of what you're actually trying to shoot. So let's go through now and have a look at how to use iMovie in order to put it all together.
Alright guys, so as you can see I'm now looking at the home screen of my iPad. So I'm going to open up iMovie by just clicking on it. Up it comes, and basically this is the area where it keeps all of your projects that you've worked on. Now I'm going to want to create a new project, so I'm going to go up to the plus up the top right hand corner of the screen, click on it, and up will come the two different options that I can choose from. Now a trailer basically puts together quick little snippets, whereas a movie you get to create your whole project from scratch. So we're going to go movie, just tap on movie, and up will come the different themes that you can choose between. So you can go modern or bright or playful or whatever else you want. I recommend for the kids, if they're going to create their own, or like on a project or something, they could use CNN Report. But I like for this one, just your regular modern one's quite good. So what we're going to do is go create movie up the top right hand corner. And you can see here, this is actually our workspace, basically, a little station that we're going to put everything together in. Now, in order to do this, what you can do is you can create your own videos if you haven't done so yet. So what you can do is just click on the camera, which is just down the bottom right-hand part of the screen. And this is where you can do all your filming. So for example, I'm now filming basically my computer. Ooh, it's pretty trippy there. And I could press record using the red button over on the right hand side. But I don't need to do that because I've already filmed some stuff, so I'm just going to go cancel. And I'm going back into my workstation now. Now, I've already filmed stuff, like I said, using my camera roll, which was earlier on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import the videos which I like. So I'm going to click on this one because that's one that I want to import. And to import it, I'm just going to press the little down arrow, which is right next to the play button here. Alright, now as you can see, I've actually imported the whole video. And there's parts of it that I don't need. For example, if you watch, I don't really need the bit where I'm walking back to the mat. So what I'm going to do is when I'm ready, keep pressing play until I'm ready to go. I'm looking at the camera now, so what I'll do is I'll actually just click on the video, and this is a bit that I'm going to stop it at and start at again. So what I'm going to do is go split, and that splits the video into two parts. Now I can get rid of the bit that I don't need, that is this first section, by clicking on it and then going over to the trash can, which is over in the right hand corner, and I just press delete. Now what you can see here is I don't have all the other stuff beforehand. All I've got is me getting ready to go, tipping my head forwards, and then going over. Now once again, I actually don't need part of this video, so I'm just going to finish off with me looking back at the camera just so that now I'm done. Alright, and then I'm going to click on the video once again and go split and get rid of the bit that I no longer need. That is a bit at the end where I'm walking back to the camera, as you can see. So I'm going to get rid of that by clicking on it and pressing on the trash can once again. So as you can see now, all I've got is the bit that I need. That is me starting off, head forwards, looking between my legs and going over and finishing off at the end. So now that I've gotten rid of all the parts I don't need, I'm actually going to do the same video again. So I'm going to go duplicate. So I've clicked on the video that I've been working with. As you can tell, I know when I've clicked on it because it's been highlighted by the yellow. And I'm going to go duplicate, which is just down next to the trash can. And what this has done is it's actually created the same video twice. Alright, with a little transition in the middle. Now this transition is basically just to make things look nice and neat at the end. So you're going to have this video at the end, and I want to actually do this in slow motion. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm actually going to go speed, and you can see the little tortoise in the hair here. Now I'm going to go all the way towards the tortoise because that's going to put it into slow motion. So what you can see here is I've got my fast motion or my regular speed, and then the next one that I have is in slow motion. Now once again you can see at the beginning here there's a fair bit of stuff that I don't need, so I'm actually going to delete some of this. So when I'm done, when I'm ready to go, I'm going to press pause just before my head tilt. So I'm going to do that. I'm now going to click on the split once again. So I go click on the video and I go split, and that's just going to get rid of all of this slow motion stuff because it takes a little bit longer at the beginning that I don't really need. So I'll go trash can and delete. And you can see now that I'm ready to go in slow motion. So to do that, slow motion, chin on my neck, looking between the legs, and over I go. Now this is great because the kids can actually see exactly what I'm talking about at a very slow speed, so they know what's going on. And I finish it off here with standing up. Now, that's great. So I've got my very first part, which is at normal speed, and now I've got my slow motion speed. But there's sometimes we need to talk about a different angle. Now, if I want to do that, I've actually filmed myself doing this skill from another angle. And the part where this is really important is where I would tell the kids that I need to look between my legs, which is around about this section right here. Now, I've actually filmed myself from behind looking between my legs. So what I'm going to do is just click on that video, and once again, I'm going to import it. But rather than just import it there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show that from another angle on the same screen. So to do that, I'm going to click on the three dots, and you can see here that I've got a few options. Now to view it from a different angle, what I'm going to do is just click on this one here where you've got the two squares, but the one just up the top left hand corner. So I'm going to click on that, and what you can see here is I've now imported the whole forward roll, but from another angle. Now, of course, I want to choose the right part, so I'm going to look for the part where I'm looking between my legs, which is pretty much from here. Go back a little bit. There we go. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to split that so I can delete the first section. I don't need that. And I'm going to get the bit where I finished up looking through my legs, which is about here, before I go over. So I'll go to here, click on it once again, and I will go through and split it, so I can then delete the bit that I don't need. Now what you can see is all I've got showing is the bit where I'm looking between my legs. All I need to do now is basically move it up to the right part on the video, which is going to be roughly to about here. And I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to move it across to the point where it looks like I'm looking between my legs. Keep going across maybe, see what it looks like. We'll go to here, see how that is. So you can see I'm looking between my legs. There we go. And I go over. So looking at this now, you can see if I play it, I look between my legs and I go over. So the kids can actually see it from a couple of different angles there, and it's all at the same time. Now the next thing I might want to do is I might want to add some voiceovers. That is to be able to explain what's going on. So in order to be able to do that, I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm just going to explain the whole skill as I go through. Now in order to do that, I'm going to go down to the microphone down the bottom right hand corner here and click on it. And I'm just going to press record when I'm ready to go. And this is essentially just explaining as you would normally. So click record. Alright guys, so today we're going to have a look at how to actually perform the forward roll. And there's a few things that you need to know in order to be able to do this. So this is at normal speed. And now looking at slow motion, you need to tuck your chin into your chest. Put your hands on the mat. Look between your legs. And jump over, making sure your feet go over your head, keeping your chin tucked in. And the aim at the end is to make sure you try and stand up nice and straight. So that means you've completed the forward roll. Now what you can see here is I have now done my recording, which is the part in blue, and I need to go accept. Because as I go through now, what you'll see is I've actually gone through and explained the whole thing together. So if I press play.
Alright guys, so today we're going to have a look at how to actually perform the forward roll. And there's a few things that you need to know in order to be able to do this. So this is at normal speed. And now looking at slow motion, you need to tuck your chin into your chest.
So basically, as you can see, it's gone through and I've added some narration to it. Now, from here, what I might want to do as well, just to go through with it, I could either export it now, it's pretty good, but I could actually go through and add some text. So what I want to do for text, what I'm going to do is click on it, and I'm going to put in the title, which is here. What I'm going to do is going to make it an opening one, and I'm going to basically just click on the text here. And then once I've clicked on it, it'll eventually come up. It just takes a few times to click on it. And I go the forward roll, put the heading in. Press done. Alright, and as you can see here, we're starting to get something that looks quite professional. And then what you might want to do is actually go through and put text in for each step that you explain. So you could actually go through, and here I could say tuck your chin in. So in order to put the text in, I'm going to go title, put in text, and I'm going to go into pop-up. And what I can do here now is I can essentially just go through and write tuck chin in. Tuck chin in. There we go, that's the first teaching point. And you can see that it pops up as I go through. Alright, then what I can do is I can put a little split in the screen here when I'm ready for the next part. So hands on mat. So I'm going to put a split here. And I'm going to put in another text saying hands on mat. So title, text, pop up. Tap it until it comes up. Hands on mat. Put another split in it now. Look through legs. So click on it, put title, text, pop up again. Look through legs. Lean forwards and push off feet. And do the final split here where I need to stand up. So I go title, text, pop up, stand up. So now what you can see is I've basically gone through and put text, voice, narration and video all together, and if I go through and press play from the beginning, you're going to see that I've got my video all together.
Alright guys, so today we're going to have a look at how to actually perform the forward roll. And there's a few things that you need to know in order to be able to do this. So this is at normal speed. And now looking at slow motion, you need to tuck your chin into your chest. Put your hands on the mat. Look between your legs. And jump over, making sure your feet go over your head, keeping your chin tucked in. And the aim at the end is to make sure you try and stand up nice and straight. So that means you completed the forward roll.
So now that I've got my video and it's all finished, all I need to do is just go back to my video, or back to my project screen, which is by pressing this back button. And as you can see here, I've now got it and it's titled My Movie 1. I'm going to change that to the forward roll. And I press done. And now what I can do is I can either watch the video or I can delete it, or I can upload it to something. So I'm going to go, first of all, upload it. Now I can upload it to my camera roll by pressing save video just here, but what I can also do is directly upload it to YouTube or to anything else. So if I wanted to upload it to YouTube, I just click on YouTube, and then I would go through and sign into YouTube and fill out all the details. So I'm not going to show you my password and things like that, but that's pretty much what it is. So you just put in your details and up it will go. And that's essentially how you work with iMovie, and that's how easy it is to put together a quick little demonstration of how to perform a skill.
Alright guys, so as you can see, this application is fantastic for demonstrating a specific skill, especially with the slow motion settings that it has within it. Now, as you also saw, it only takes about 10 minutes to put this together, and you can then chuck it up on YouTube for your students to have a look at as many times as they like. Never again will you have to stop the class and get the students to all watch you over and over again until they understand. What the students can do is just go back and watch it on YouTube over and over again until they get it. So this means that the very next time you explain how to do a skill could actually be the last time you'll ever have to do it. So I dare you to give it a go and try this in your class. See you later. Oh, well hey there. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching the episode. Now please, if you did like it, make sure you press subscribe. I think it's somewhere down there, is it? No, that's just a mark on your screen. Alright, so do press subscribe down below. Have a nice one.